In this video, you will learn exactly how to turn one winning ad into 10 new winning ads so you can scale faster and more profitable. My name is Jesse, and in the last 6 years, I have built an agency and helped over 100 e-commerce brands scale by creating content for them. In this time, I've created more than 2,000 ads that together have spent more than $6 million. In this video, I'm going to explain to you how to turn one winning ad into 10 winning ads, and I'm going to do this in 3 different steps. And if you want to find out more about this topic after you've watched this video, then check the link in the description and you can find more info there. All right, so let's dive into the Miro board here and let's see what these steps are and how we can actually turn one winning ad into 10 winning ads. All right, so the first step is spotting the winning ad. All right, so we of course first have to know what winning ad it is before we can do something with it, right? Second step is going to be analyzing the winning ad. So why is this ad winning? Why is it working? And then the last step is iterating on this winning ad so we can actually make more variations and more winning ads. So first step, spotting the winning ad. Before we can see what a winning ad is, we need to determine, we need to determine the profitability of the ad. If an ad is not profitable, then it's not a winning ad. And if the ad is profitable, it means that we're making money with it, and then we can actually say that it's a winning ad. So how do we determine the profitability? That's basically looking at the ROAS and especially looking at the break-even ROAS. We look at the break-even ROAS, or we calculate the break-even ROAS by this very simple formula, which is 1 divided by your profit margin and then times 100. That equals our break-even ROAS. So an example here, if you sell a product for $100 and it costs you $40 to make, your margin is 60%. So when we take a look at our break-even ROAS, we do 1 divided by our margin, which is 60, times 100 is 1.67. So our break-even ROAS is 1.67. Anything like any ad with a ROAS above this number is going to be profitable. Any ad under this number is going to lose us money, basically. There's one side note I want to give here before we go forward into the strategy. And that's when you have an ad that is, let's say, 1.8 ROAS, then it's too close to the 1.67 to actually start scaling that ad and to make more variations of that. So for this strategy to work, I would suggest that you use an ad in this case that has at least a ROAS of 2 when your profit margin is 1.67 or anywhere around this. So basically it needs to be at least like 20 or 30% higher than your break-even ROAS before we starting like scaling it the way I'm going to show you right now. So analyzing the winning ad. All right, we have seen what ad is actually profitable, so what the winning ad is. Now we're going to analyze it, and we're doing this by asking ourselves the question, why is this ad winning? To get an answer to this question, we have to take a look at the different levels or the different things a ad consists of. So the different levels are macro, meso, and micro. Macro adjustments or macro things within an ad are the angles, the formats, or the types. So let's say UGC video or a founder video, and the campaign concepts, which can be like seasonal events or either like sales, anything like that. Then we have meso adjustments, which are the structures of an ad, which is the storytelling, for example. Maybe we're using a standard IDA model, attention, interest, desire, action, or we are using the before-after bridge, the BAB. Basically, what type of storytelling are we using? Then what sort of creators are we using? Are we using males? Are we using females? Are we using older people, younger people, etc., etc.? And then to what platform is this ad tailored? Is it made for Meta, or is it specifically made for TikTok or for YouTube? These are the meso adjustments. Then when we take a look at the micro adjustments, these are the hooks, the captions, CTA, music, pacings, visuals, basically like the the fine things of the ad, then I would actually say that the hooks are one of the most important things within an ad. So I would not particularly say that these are micro adjustments. Maybe I would place them at the meso adjustments, or maybe even at the macro adjustments, because when your hook is bad, when you're not grabbing attention from your audience, then basically your ad is not going to work, because nobody is going to see it because you didn't grab the attention, right? So that's why I would say a hook is maybe even a macro level adjustment to be made. But now we understand what different levels we have inside an ad. Now we can actually see how do we iterate on this winning ad. So how do we actually turn one winning ad into 10 winning ads? But before we go there, we actually have to take a look at an example. So in this example I'm going to give you here, we're going to be working with a standing desk. So the ad that we have found uses the angle. Using a standing desk gives you more energy and reduces back pain. All right. This is what we have analyzed, and we've seen that this is the angle, or like this is the thing that is working about the ad. All right. Because what's important to know is that most of the time, the macro adjustments have the most impact on the results an ad is driving. That's why I would say hooks are at the macro level. And the further you go down this road, the less impact it actually has on the performance of your ad. So naturally, you want to look when it's the first time you're testing an ad at these things like angle, formats, types, campaign concepts, or hooks, right? So for this example, we're going to work with this angle. So we've seen that the ad for our standing desk product, the winning angle is using a standing desk gives you more energy and reduces back pain. So now we're going to iterate on this, because we have this winning ad. As like I said, the angle is using a standing desk gives you more energy and reduces back pain. The format is a UGC video. Then we're working with the creator Sarah, and the editing style is flashy and fast-paced. How do we actually turn this into 10 different variations? All right, here we go. So again, macro adjustments, meso adjustments, micro adjustments. Hooks can be right there, macro adjustment, right? So this is the winning ad. Using a standing desk gives you more energy, reduces back pain. The format is UGC, creator is Sarah. The edit style is fast-paced. The duration of the video is 40 seconds. The first variations that we're going to make, we are going to make at the macro level, all right? And that's going to be new formats. It's the easiest way to make new variations. So the first format that we're going to do is founder videos, all right? So there, the creator is not going to be Sarah, but the creator is going to be you or your co-founder. If you don't want to be on video, you can do something else for this variation. But founder videos are working really well. People really like to know the story behind brands, and people are not really buying from brands anymore. They're basically buying from other people. So this is a very good format to work with. Editing style is going to be exactly the same, and the duration of the video is also going to be exactly the same. Then the second variation will be a VSL video, which is going to be with the creator Sarah, but in this case, we're going to work with a no speech, all right? So basically, we're going to take the exact same video, but we're going to change the format where we're just going to show the text as a transcription, and we're not going to do any speech or whatever. So the rest of the video stays exactly the same. Then variation 3 is also going to be a new format, which is going to be a raw testimonial. So basically what a UGC video is, it's nothing more than a highly fast-paced edited testimonial, basically. Something that's working really well right now is raw testimonials. So the edit style is changing here. We're going to do no cuts, all right? Just a person, and in this case, Sarah, talking to her phone like she is talking to her friend, recommending a product, all right? This is a very easy format you can actually make. You just ask Sarah, hey, make another video, use the exact same script, but I want you in this setting. Or cut out all of the B-roll that you used within the UGC video, right? It's the exact same thing. Then the other variations, meso variations, and this is very nice as well. Here we're going to use different creators, all right? So we're going to use the exact same video. Same format, UGC, same script, everything is the same, editing style the same, duration is the same, but the only thing that we're going to change is the creator, right? We're going to use Devin and we're going to use Robert. Devin is a young professional and Robert is an older office worker. So here we're going to test which audiences are working better for us. Is it the young professionals or is it the older office workers that are more motivated to buy our standing desk? So two completely different variations on the same winning ad. And then basically what we're going to do, we're going to ask Devin to create content for us, and we're going to ask Robert to create content for us. And we already have content from Sarah, right? Because that's the first ad that we actually tested. What we can then do is, for variation number 6, create a creator mashup, all right? So the format going to be exactly the same. It's going to stay as a UGC concept, but now we're going to use both the content from Sarah, from Devin, and from Robert to create a mashup. So we're going to use all of their content, and we're basically going to have 3 testimonials inside one video, right? And it's really, really strong. Editing style stays the same, duration stays the same as well. Now we are getting to the micro adjustments. Right, we're going to test different hooks here. So everything stays exactly the same. The only thing that's happening is we're going to use a new hook. So the original hook was, I feel so much better after buying this desk. And the new hooks that we will test is, this desk will fix your back pain. And the other hook will be, my 9 to 5 doesn't drain me anymore thanks to this desk. What we're doing here is we're testing 2 new things. Because the winning angle was, using a standing desk gives you more energy and reduces back pain. What we're doing with these hooks, basically here we're only highlighting the back pain, right? So this desk will fix your back pain. We're testing if this is the main motivator or if the energy part is the main motivator. My 9 to 5 doesn't drain me anymore thanks to this desk. So that's a new test, very interesting. Once we find out what is working better here, we can again double down on that and make new variations on that winning angle. Wait, let's go back here. Okay, so the last variations that we can make is a longer version and a shorter version. Sometimes longer videos work better and the other times shorter versions work better. This is really dependent on the audience that you have. Most of the time, the older the audience, the less fast-paced you want your video to be, and the younger the audience, the more fast-paced you want your video to be. So, like I said, basically what we're doing here is we're making 10 different variations on the winning ad, which have a very high chance of actually becoming another winning ad. But at the same time, we're testing a lot of different things. So, like I said, we're testing the different formats. We're testing the different creators and thus audiences. Is the young audiences, are they more motivated to buy our desk, or are the older audiences more motivated to buy our desk? Then we're testing the new hooks, or basically we're testing the angle. Is it the back pain that's more motivating, or is it the draining energy, or like the energy part that's more motivating? And once we have tested these videos, we actually, we can make another variation from this, and it's right here. As you can see, let's say we find out that Robert, the older office worker, that this variation is working really, really, really well, and that the older audience is very motivated to buy this standing desk product. Then we can start to make another set of variations, and basically this is what creative strategy is, all right? So you're going to keep on testing all of these different angles, the different ideas, and as you can see, they can be very small adjustments, right? They can just be creator adjustments, they can be format adjustments, hook adjustments, whatever you want it to be. And if you want to find out more about what is the right strategy for your brand, I highly suggest or highly recommend that you follow the link in my description to find out more about the offer that we have, because we can actually help you with your entire strategy, all of your content production. So check it out via the link in the description. And thanks again for watching this video, and I see you in the next one. Ciao.